Hi everybody, it's Kristin and welcome to another review and new. Actually, welcome back to a video at all. Things are just kind of a little bit crazy. I actually was not traveling for work for a full week, but we are having our landscaping. If you watch on our vlog channel, you know we're having our landscaping redone, so it just hasn't been very conducive to filming. So I thought I would take a quick chance this morning and go ahead and film this review and new for you. If you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, the review and new series is something I do. BoxyCharm sends me this box every month. All they ask is that I show what's in it. I really don't have to do anything more than that with it, but I like to show you the products I used last month, tell you what I thought about them so you get a little bit more value in your video. And then I'll show you the products that I'll be reviewing for the next month. I have all of the information listed below for BoxyCharm. It is a monthly subscription. It costs about $22 a month. The cost varies by a few dollars depending on how long you sign up for. I do have the information below for you. I have both links. The link just their basic link, and then I have a link that is an affiliate link for me. If you use that link to sign up, I get a little spiff off of that. And if you do that, thank you so much, but don't feel the pressure, no big deal. That's why I list both links for you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Okay, having said all of that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna review the products that were in last month's. And the first one is this Tarteist Pro Glow. It's a liquid highlighter, and I really don't like to be negative, you guys know, and I have to right off the bat, this wasn't my favorite box of products, but I'm gonna put a little bit out on my hand here, and I showed this on a live a couple of times. It looks like it would be absolutely stunning. Well, it just doesn't apply to the skin like that, and I don't know if other people have had different experiences, but and as I wipe it off, you can kind of see there's a lot of glitter in it, and I don't love glitter in my highlight. I mean, I am 45, so I don't know. I just don't love that. And I've tried it a couple of ways. I tried it applying with my finger. I've tried it with a brush. I've tried it mixed in with foundation and then applied. That is the best way that I found to use it, but just not my favorite product. I would much rather use the liquid from Algenus. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll list that below. And this is in the shade Stunner, by the way. Or just a powder foundation, or a powder highlight, excuse me. This just not my favorite product. Okay, second was the My Little Pony by ColourPop palette. So I'm torn on this, you guys. I just got shadow on my finger. I'm torn on this. I don't love these colors. They're not my favorites. I did do a pretty eye that I really liked, and I had put on Instagram with this shade here and this shade here. The quality on this is very hit and miss. Some of the shades in here are nice and some of them aren't. As a whole, like if I'm giving it a score of, you know, it was like 0 to 5 stars, I'm giving it a 2.5 maybe, or a 3, something like that. It's just not my favorite product. But it's just gonna be something today, I guess, one thing or another, but I just had to change up my memory card. So this just isn't my favorite. And I will tell you this though, I wanna just say this. I have heard from tons of people that they have lots of ColourPop palettes and this is their least favorite. So I don't know that this can be a statement on all ColourPop palettes, but for me, this just wasn't my favorite, and now I will for sure be passing that along. The next product in here is, I don't know that I can give it a fair review. It's by the Brow Gal, and it's the Instant Tinted Brow Gel with microfibers, and I have the shade Light 03. I'm gonna give you a little swatch, if I can, on my hand here of the shade in case this is something you would be interested in trying to kind of see the shade that would be. It's kind of hard to get a swatch on a brow thing, but so this will work for you if you have brows, if you actually have hairs, you know, that this can catch to. But if you, like for me, I have a good amount here, but like on the end, I have to, you know, I have to fill this in. It's less than delightful there. So this product only really works if you have hair, like if you have light brows, they're blonde and you're trying to just darken them up or tint them up, this will work really well. I've tried it on the inner part, you know, where I have some hair, and it doesn't flake and it doesn't do anything weird. You know, some brow things that I've used, brow gels or this sort of product in the past, get kind of clumpy, make your brows feel funny, and if you touch them or whatever, it'll flake. This doesn't do that. So I do like the product. It just doesn't work for my sort of brows. The next one was the one I had said I was not going to try, and I haven't seen my friend Carissa to give this to her yet, but this is the Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. This is generally for oily skin from what I read, and that is not the type of skin that I have. So, lastly is the Adisse New York High Definition Lipstick. I have not been able to find a shade on this anywhere. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today. By the way, this is not what I have on my eyes today. I just couldn't bring myself. I didn't like it really. But this, I have to say, I like the formula. This is not, what do they actually call it? They do call it a liquid lipstick. This is not your traditional liquid lipstick. This is, like if you touch your lips, it's coming off. If you kiss somebody, it's going to come off on that. It's not like a dry down, long wear liquid lipstick. It's more like a very opaque gloss. And I like it, it's comfortable to wear. I like the shade. Again, I don't know what color it is to tell you, but the only thing that I don't like is the applicator. And I will show you what I'm talking about. It's very, like there's too much give to it. So when I put it on, sometimes if I hit it just the wrong way, all of a sudden I have lipstick down here. So I apologize for the noise. It's the landscaping. So if I don't know that you can hear it, but if you can, I apologize for it. So that it just wasn't my favorite. Let's just leave it at that. So this particular month, not my favorite, but let's see what is coming up for me to review in the May box. Okay, so the theme this month is Boxy Bash, and I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's all right. And I'm going to set the card up here so that I know what I'm talking about. The first product in here is the Pure Sculptor Palette. And it's a highlight and contour palette. And I opened it up and I was like, this will, you know what, it's nice to see something that will work more for darker skins. Normally what they have in here is not going to work for darker skin tones. This won't work, I don't think, for my skin tone. But that's okay because I definitely have some friends that I can pass that off to. So those are the two darker shades in there. And then the highlights, those look really pretty. We'll definitely be able to I'll be able to use those. Those are very pretty. This actually, you could do a really pretty eye look with this, I would think. You could kind of use this as a transition, that in the outer corner, and either one of these on your eyes. But, so that is in there, and that sells for $30. And then there is Cover FX Blurring Primer. And I don't know that I've tried this before. Sometimes blurring primers I find to be drying. Sometimes I find them to be drying. This is a blurring primer that instantly minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines to create a super smooth, flawless airbrush look. So we will play with that. I'm sure I will use that on a live. And again, that sells for $38. And then this is interesting. This is the Pretty Vulgar Ink Gel Eyeliner. Look at this little, it looks like a, feather pen and ink well. And I opened it up to look in there and I can't even see the product because, it's black. I want to grab, I just grabbed an angle brush and I'm gonna feel what it feels like. It's definitely very black. And I'm gonna grab a Kleenex here to wipe off my brush. It's tricky. I don't know how you would see to make sure you're not getting too much on your brush when you can't see down in there. But now you can see a little bit. Well, maybe you can. There you go. Now that I've made it not so perfectly smooth, you can kind of see in there a little bit. So I don't know. I like the idea of this though. I think this is really cute. I have a feeling it would dry out quickly, but anyway, we'll see. So I'll play with that. I don't like liquid, like in a pen. That's not my favorite, but I have used some gel in the past, and sometimes that works really well for upper and lower waterline, so I will test all of those things, but it looks like it dries matte, which makes me happy. All right, and that sells for $24. And in case anybody's curious, because I am, there's 6 grams of product in here, or 0.2 ounces. I don't know how that compares to other gel. Well, actually, let me look. Nope, I can't look. I've gotten rid of all my other gel liners, so there you go. All right. The next thing is from Aesthetica. The next 2 things, actually. I have to say I've not heard of that brand before. So let me get this out of here. This is called the 3-Piece Eye Trio. I'm trying to get the little thing off here. So there's like a gel eyeliner brush. an angled brush, which is really thick. You see how, I don't know about that. The kind that I prefer, actually, the one that I just used, can see how thin that is compared to, compared to this one. So we'll see. And then a spoolie brush. You can always use the spoolie brush. And that 3-piece kit sells for $45. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm glad it's in a box and you're not paying for it, but boy, I don't know about $45. That seems excessive. All right, and the next thing is it's called the P12 face brush, and it's synthetic fibers. Let me see if the other one is. The other one doesn't say, but I would suspect they are. And this, I'm trying to put it back into shape because it was all, I'll wash it, of course, and use it. But it just says for maximum control, the P12 brush is perfect for creating a seamless look. So this is something you could use for powder, for blown out contour. You could use it for blush. It's a good kind of multitasking brush. It has a nice and soft, but I need to wash it and get it back into shape before I start using it. This sells for $27. And then lastly is by a company called Beauty Creations, another one that I haven't heard of. It's a liquid lip gloss. This is matte lip gloss. I know that there are some that came out like this, but I don't think I've tried any. And it looks like it's done Beauty Creations for BoxyCharm, because you can see the BoxyCharm thing up there. And this sells for $10. Looks like a really pretty berry shade. It is in the shade Kiss Me, number 24. And let's just see. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. Oh. Really, 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 really pretty. It smells kind of like berries. Anybody else? Did anybody else think that when they got this? So we'll see. I'm going to kind of let that dry down here. Okay, I've let it sit for just a couple of minutes. I was just sitting here playing around on my phone, letting it do its thing. And it still has a little bit of gloss to it, but it definitely looks more matte than it did before. So that's interesting. It'll be fun to play with that, and I love that shade. I just think that's so pretty. That's a shade that is a nice bold shade, but I feel like it's a year-round. It's not just a summer shade, not just winter, that sort of thing. So anyway, I'm excited about that. That'll be fun to play with. All right, so as far as value goes, I added it up on my phone instead of in my head this time because I felt like last month I was off. Anyway, $174 of value in this. So this is one of those things where I said, I realize that when you get a box like this, it doesn't always have things that you for sure are going to love and use, but there's going to be at least one thing in the box. Okay. In theory, there's going to be at least one thing in the box probably that's going to pay for the box that you will use and love. And hopefully there's a lot more than that you will use and love. And so this, when I don't love things like this, it gives me the opportunity, like that face mask or something that's not going to work for me, to gift it to a friend and make their day. So I don't know. I've said over the years, I really enjoy BoxyCharm. I enjoy the FabFitFun boxes. Those are both of these subscription boxes I feel are worth the money. But anyway, which is why they're the only ones I talk about. All right, I think that is everything. I will tell you very quickly, let me actually grab it out of the drawer, what's on my face today. I used, this isn't old, they don't make this anymore. It's a shade in Socialite by Too Faced. Do you remember these singles? It's one of my all-time favorite shades. And so I have that all over my lid today, and then I have a little MAC Soft Brown in the crease. And I just grabbed a random kind of warm brown to put in the outer corner and pull in. I have Estee Lauder Lover's Blush on my lips, on my cheeks. And then I have, like I said, that Adisse lipstick, liquid lipstick on my lips. And I think that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and in everything that you do and say, be beautiful.